Newtonian reflector. Now, who do you suppose invented the Newtonian reflector telescope?
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton. What's that?
Mike Lynch.
No, God, no. Sir Isaac Newton, back in the 1600s. Now, I'll show you how it works, and there's that much to it. Okay, you look down the barrel here. Everybody look down the barrel. Okay, all right. Nope.
It's a reflection.
Yeah,
You
it's
see
magnified.
a reflection. Why do you see a reflection?
Magnified.
As you can see.
A mirror.
Well,
A mirror.
you see why you see a mirror. Okay, back up, let other people see. All right, you see a mirror back there, and it's circular, and this mirror happens to be 8 inches wide. So this is called an 8-inch reflector telescope. All right, now it's not a flat mirror. It's a mirror that's curved into and parabolic. So that means there's a little bit more of a hole in the middle. And because of that, when you look at the sun or anything else, light bounces off that mirror and reflects back in all directions. But the most intense reflection is right about here. See that little black part there? That little, well, behind that little black part is a mirror, a flat mirror at an angle that, and we call that.
Thank you very much.
Right. Hang on. Okay. And what this is called the focal point. That's where you get the maximum reflection. But you can't get in there, can you?
Nope.
So you have a flat mirror at an angle that takes the image of that focal point out through a hole here. So you are right, out through a hole here on the side of the telescope, and then you put an eyepiece in. And the function of the eyepiece is to focus your view of the focal point, makes sense, and also to magnify it, all right? So with this kind of telescope, you don't look out of the back of it, you look out of the side of it. Now, normally, I would have what's called a finder telescope here to help me aim at stuff. I don't want to do that today, right?
Right.
Because that means I got to look at the sun. And what did I say about looking at the sun through a telescope? Never, times a million, okay? So it's tricky now because I don't have much sun. And my tailgate's all in the way, of course. So what I'm trying to do here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it right now, of course I get you out here and the clouds get thick. We might have to take a time out here in a little bit. But what I try to do is get the smallest shadow behind the scope. You guys see a shadow?
Nope.
I don't see a shadow, so I can't do it. It's just the clouds are super thick now. All right?
Oh.
That's the way that goes. But, oh, let me show you something else. Now, hopefully, come out again? Yeah, 2 seconds. I need you to stand back, so I keep stand back, okay? You can't be crowding me, all right? Likewise with you, okay? All right. Now, doesn't this look weird? This is actually a telescope that takes pictures. And this one is, it's called, it's got a very fancy name, the ZOWC Star 50.
Cool.
ZOW is the name of the company. All right. How much do you think this costs? Anybody have any ideas?
500.
Bingo! You're exactly right. You are exactly
On the price is right.
And $500 is a lot of money, right? Okay, how much you pay for an iPhone?
1,000.
Exactly. So for half the price of an iPhone, this thing is amazing. You run it with an iPad or an iPhone, and you actually control it with that. You tell it where to take a picture of, and it actually goes to that spot, and it takes a picture, and that's all there's to it. And it's called live stacking. The more pictures it takes 10-second exposures, the better the picture gets. So I've been telling everybody about this. I just got this on Thursday. These things are so popular, and if anybody's interested, I can give you details. There's several places you can get them, but you probably won't get it for about 6 months. I'm convinced that this is the future of backyard astronomy. Now, visual telescopes are great, but the problem with visual telescopes, if you're in the city, is what? Light pollution. All right. Oh, make it in. Might start to get a little
Is there a film you're supposed to remove off of this, or
No.
how come it's black when you look through it?
Because that's what it looks like unless you.
Oh, I see it there. Yeah, I see it. Oh my God. Yeah, that's
All
so
right, well, here's what
cool.
I'm going to try to do, guys. All right, you guys
That
stay
is.
there.
You can see it. That's
I'm gonna try to
amazing.
use this shadow again.
That
Oh,
is
I
just
think I got it.
amazing. Now it's kind of, oh, there it went, behind the clouds.
What have I got?
It just disappeared. That is just amazing. I looked straight at it with my eyes. I probably shouldn't
You
have.
should
Oh, yeah, you
Oh.
don't want to, okay, if you happen to catch it.
Thank
flash
God it's
black
overcast,
at
I
your
guess.
eyes, that's one thing, but to stare at it for several seconds, that's another. You don't want to do that. Okay, now I got enough. Now I got
Okay,
enough.
over there.
Oh yeah, it's really bright now.
Okay,
Oh my
look,
God.
Look, come here. Come here.
come
Now,
up.
don't crowd me, okay? But come over here and watch it, kids.
Oh.
You know what? I'm going to put this away. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. Now,
Look, you can
this
see it
is
on your
one way.
That is amazing.
Look at, this is one way.
Oh look.
At an eclipse.
Oh
See
look at
that?
that. That's just
Isn't that
cool.
cool? And not only do you see, there's a sunspot there. Have you heard about all the northern lights we've been having lately?
Yes.
Well, sunspots are caused by solar storms, the twisting of magnetic field lines.
Wow.
I won't go any further. But anyway, that causes all kinds of extrasolar activity, prominences and flares, and that's what gives us our northern lights. So there's a
Yes.
couple of that, all right? And there's your moon, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, so that's one way to do it. So, oh, let me show you something else, okay? I trust you guys not to look through the telescope. I gotta get something else.
Yep.
The way it works is the thing hits the light there, then
That's just, yeah.
then looks from one.
That's amazing.
Guess what else I have here? I have a pair of binoculars.
Okay.
How many of
Oh,
you have binoculars at home?
we do.
All right.
Oh, it disappeared.
Well, you can use any old binoculars for these.
Can you look at a solar with the
Now,
binoculars?
this is really wild because you get
Oh.
two pictures of an eclipse.
Oh.
But what I have, oh, look at me, Mr. Backwards. All right. Lots of luck. Okay, now this
I think
is
it's
tougher.
behind.
This is a lot tougher.
Okay, it's showing up.
Oh, it is?
Showing up. There it is.
I'm not getting it.
Oh yeah, there it is. Bright. Very bright.
Yeah, like
Oh wow, it's so
For some
cool.
reason, I'm
Oh
not
my
getting this
God.
here.
you can feel how bright it is.
Yeah.
All
Do
right.
not look at that.
Yeah, you do not want to stare at that. Well, for some reason, my
Little flare
binoculars
there.
aren't working with it. And I got a feeling it's because they're out of focus.
Oh, now it's fading. Oh, it's behind the clouds.
Not quite.
I'm going to
Not
use
quite.
that outhouse there to get these things focused.
Still there.
Okay, keep looking, guys.
So is it passing by something? Is it passing by the moon or what is
The moon's
it?
passing over the moon.
Over the
The
moon.
moon's that circle
Or the
thing
moon
and
is passing
getting
over
into
the
it.
sun.
Yep.
Oh, the moon is passing over the sun.
Yep. Yep.
In front of it. Yeah.
But now in a path, and you weren't here before, but in a path from, I'm doing this from memory, from from Texas up to about Southern California, in a small narrow band about 150 miles wide, the moon is almost completely covering up the sun, but not quite,
Wow.
because the moon right
There's a
now.
little ring.
Okay, the moon right now is so far away from the Earth, not really far away, but farther than usual, so it can't completely cover up the sun. Now,
Oh.
let me see if I can get
I
this
see
to
what you
work
mean.
again.
Yep, it can't.
I'm disappointed here. I have no idea why these won't work. Oh, yeah, it's starting to work. I don't know, these aren't going. Did you see it? Okay. You gotta give me a little space. You
Yep,
gotta give me a
him
little
space.
room.
Give him space. Don't
Okay.
lean, Herm. Don't
All right.
lean.
Well, the heck with that. All right, well, let's go with this again. Now, does somebody have a piece of tissue?
Yep, I brought you a couple
Okay.
pieces there, Mike.
I want to show you why you never look at the sun.
Oh, wow, is
through a
that bright?
telescope. Can I demonstrate this?
Yep.
Yes.
And I want you all to remember this.
It's like using a magnifying lens.
Yep. There's the sun. Oh, a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, it's getting
Oh,
yeah.
really bright.
Hang on. Now, I'm going to take this cardboard away. Could you give me a little space there? Okay. And I'm going to put this tissue instead of it.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would burn your retinas out.
We probably have a fireproof tissue here.
Wow, is that ever? So that would burn your retina, right?
Oh, it would. You would be blind.
You looking, Gideon? Yep.
And I don't mince words. You would go blind.
Wow.
Let's get some paper. Not that. That's. Okay, hang on. Let me get some regular.
Just looking at it bothers my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what'll work.
A receipt.
Did you hear about that building that melted part of a car? It was so bright, the refraction.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in Chicago they built this like steel
Well, I'm
building.
disappointed the binoculars wouldn't work, but
The sun melted.
if they do work, and they should work, most of them, you get you take your shadow and you get the binoculars on a piece of paper or on a cardboard, and you get actually two visions of the eclipse,
Wow.
and it kind of almost looks like a monster. Okay,
Yeah.
can you not do that, please?
Don't touch things.
Okay, please. Do not touch. Right? I've told you that before. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. All right. Let's get the sun in here.
Behind the clouds. Oh yeah.
Oh, a little bit more.
No, I can see it.
11:46 is going to be the actual peak of it. What time is it now? We got a little over a half hour to go. All right. Now, let's do this.
So bright, I can't see it. It's so bright. I can't see the sun. It's way bright. I can't see
Don't
the
make a
sun.
liar out of me.
I think what you see is the moon.
Oh.
We'll just do this.
What's the popcorn?
Don't worry about the popcorn.
There's clouds, so sometimes.
Of course, it goes under the clouds.
Right there.
Yeah, it's under the clouds.
You still wouldn't want to look at the sun.
Oh,
all right?
yeah, that was right.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to do that.
Even
But
with
it's
clouds.
just- oh gosh, even with clouds. Never, 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 never. You could go blind, and I'm not kidding. All right. Now, there's some other ways you can look at an eclipse, and I need you to go
here,
over
back
here
up
so I
quiet.
can show people. Okay, can you go over here, please? Okay, all right.
Can you go there?
This is called the projection method. Don't want to be a litter bug, do we? All right. Now, of course, as soon as I want to show you this, the clouds get in the way. Well, now, when you take two pieces of cardboard, and notice that in this cardboard here, on one side I have a hole, a little bit smaller, it's like a big pen hole. Okay, and then I put a piece of foil here. Doesn't have to be foil, you could use a little piece of paper. You see that teeny tiny little hole there? Well, the idea is to hold this in such a way that you get a projection of the sun, with the eclipse sun, onto this piece of paper. But it's hard to do when it's cloudy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone. It's
So
gone.
I'm trying my best. Now, another thing we'll try is this. Okay. Stick this mirror.
Back up, please. Right, back up, boys.
Guys. Wait. Okay, now, underneath here is a mirror. Okay? So what you do, now this is tricky because you gotta find a way to get them. Here, take these Whipple's binoculars. Okay? And you take a piece of paper, but I can't do it because it's cloudy, and you get the image of the sun on this piece of paper. So there's all kinds of ways to do it. Another way to do it, and I don't have another way to do it, and I don't have this with me, is that you can actually pretend this is a shoebox, all right?
Yeah, it's gone to bed for a
Put
bit.
it onto a shoebox because you have lots of that shadow. So there's
Hey,
tons of
oh,
ways to
excuse me,
look
dear.
at the eclipse, but honestly, the best way is with the glasses, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
I guess
that's
it
why I
is.
say, hang on to those glasses. Hang on. And just because my binoculars aren't working doesn't mean your binoculars can't project the image, all right? But for sure you can do it with any telescope, all right? And I think what we'll do is, can we go downstairs for a little bit? I want to show you a few things, just for a
Okay.
few minutes, and then we'll come back out here, I promise.
Okay.
Because we want to come out here for the maximum part of the eclipse, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we go in for a little bit?
Sure.
And I'm going to put this telescope away so somebody doesn't come along and blind themselves.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.